feel it?
Close.
Can you feel it? The boys are back in town. Baggedmilk joining us. Exciting time here in oil country.
Yeah, I was coming back from Kelowna yesterday and just seeing pictures of the boys back on the ice, and it's just makes it feel a lot more real.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Very exciting.
You had a story on OilersNation.com, OilersNation.com. You believe that Sam Gagner is going to make the team, hey?
I do. Yeah, I think that he will. I think that, well, first of all, he's got the inside track with the relationships that he's got with key players on the team. He's beloved in the city. He knows what it means to be an Oiler. He bleeds blue and orange and blah, 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 all that stuff. I do think, though, I could see him starting in the AHL, kind of like Klim Kostin did or Matthias Janmark did last year. And then as the Oilers kind of accrued a little bit of cap space as the season goes on, or somebody gets banged up, that he'd be one of the first recalls. But yeah, ultimately, I do think that Sam Gagner is going to turn his PTO into a contract.
How often does that happen? It doesn't happen very often, though, that those PTOs end up with contracts. I wonder.
I feel like the Oilers have had some success, though, with it, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, the most notable one of late here at Edmonton would be when Alex Chason came in on our PTO and then ended up scoring 22 goals or something like that. I'm not saying that Sam Gagner is going to score 22 goals. I just think that he's the kind of player, the kind of extra forward that they would probably like to have. I'm just kind of seeing him in the Devin Shore role from last year. If you remember, Devin Shore was the extra guy. He came in every now and then. He played a couple of minutes. He contributed. He was good in the room, cheered on the boys from the sidelines. I just feel like having a guy like Sam Gagner in that specific role and giving him an opportunity to carry on with his NHL career is, I think that's probably going to be a pretty good spot for him.
This is odd that this is a conversation, but the Oilers changed the red line at center ice.
Yeah, they did.
So
they put some oil drops in there.
Yeah, so it went from diamonds to oil drop. Why is this news?
Well, we haven't gotten started yet. There's not a whole lot going on, so might as well talk about the red line, I suppose. I thought it was an interesting little, a nice detail. Yeah, I was also surprised by the amount of people. Whoa, check this out! I was like, I bet if you hadn't pointed out, I probably wouldn't have noticed, or I would have thought, like, is that how it is every year?
Yeah, even it says they switched it from diamonds. I was like, it was diamonds before. I just assumed it was a solid red line.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just like, I don't notice that kind of stuff. That is, those kind of small details are completely lost on me. So I need someone to point them out.
It's kind of like those conversations you have when you're like, hey, does Lachlan have a mustache? And then everyone starts trying to think, and they're like, does Lachlan have a mustache? I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
I could grow a six-stash.
When you asked, just ask that right now, I'm like...
Yeah, you had to look, right?
In our ongoing attempt to get Kessel to the Edmonton Oilers, we'll bring him up again. There's 3 possible landing spots. He could go back to Vegas. There's Ranger rumors, and there's Minnesota Wild rumors.
I also saw some Toronto Maple Leaf reunion
come on!
rumors.
We want him here in Edmonton.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on. If you're going to Minnesota, we've got a big mall, too.
Our hot dogs are better.
Come on.
Kessel.
Come on, Phil.
Come on, man.
Come on,
we
brother.
Could probably, in a city like this, we could organize some kind of hot dog sponsorship, probably.
Fat Franks.
All the glizzies he wants. Come on.
That's fantastic. So Jimmy and Grant lost their most recent round of the Celebrity Death Pool to me. I had Bob Barker. And the wager for that loss was the two of them can't drink anything but boxed wine in September. Now, oddly, you are apparently a bit of an aficionado, and Jimmy wanted to see if you had any suggestions
for boxed wine.
Yeah, I got to switch my box up.
Well, I did just do a wine tour in Kelowna, so I feel like I am perfect one to ask on this. I drank many wines that I could not pronounce. So my advice here would be the nearest one or the cheapest one. That would generally be what my go-to
Speaking
for a
Jimmy's
box wine
language.
is. Yeah, the nearest, cheapest one would be my. And then just a matter of pairing it nicely. Like, what do you eat? Are you having a red meat? Then you're going to go for the red wine, or are you going to have anything else? You go with the white wine, or you just mix them together and have your own little blend of rosé. I don't know what's going on.
What goes with bologna?
What goes with bologna? All of the above.
I remember one time we were talking about wine, and we asked Jimmy if he had a corkscrew, and he went, "What?" I've never bought a wine with a cork in it.
Yeah, who needs that?
I have one in my Swiss Army knife.
Wasted time.
Yeah. Anyway, apparently they've also tried to save a little bit of money on boxed wines. Now they don't even put them in the box. Jimmy's store has just bags.
Well, it's cardboard. You can't have it's cardboard anymore. So
Single use.
they just literally sell bags of wine at
Just
Jimmy's
bags of
liquor store.
It's not
We're
even.
getting out of control. Some of the packaging, man.
All right, there is Baggedmilk, Oilers Nation. As always, thank you for your time, my friend.
Thanks for having me, guys.
The Locker Room for Arden Roof Systems. Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.